Ever built something you loved but secretly resented it? Yeah, that's me. Being a single mom entrepreneur sounds bold, huh? Independent, inspiring. But truthfully, sometimes it feels like you're trapped in a beautiful, well branded hell. Hi, I'm Miss Muithathi, a creator, an entrepreneur, and a mom. What most people don't see is that behind every video that I make, I'm also fighting to try and keep my daughter's medication covered because her meds are a non negotiable expense that eats through almost everything that I earn. But I refuse to quit building, creating, and showing up where I need to show up. If my content has ever given you value, whether it made you laugh, think, or inspired you to make a move, consider buying me coffee. Every single coffee goes directly to keeping her treatment consistent and keeping this channel alive. Thank you for standing with us. And just know every drop counts more than you know. Anyway, let's talk about it. The image of the thriving entrepreneur is everywhere nowadays. You know, the morning routines, the laptop at the beach energy, the success quotes about consistency and grind. But it's unfortunate that no one tells you what it feels like when you're both the CEO and the parent, the provider and the comforter. No one prepares you for the noise in your head that never shuts up. Because when you're a single parent or a single mom and an entrepreneur at the same time, you're basically running two startups simultaneously. One called your business and the other one called your family. And both expect you to show up, smile, and never screw up. You know, I call it a signature hell. Let me start with the first demon, the financial guillotine. For most entrepreneurs, a slow month means less profit, right? For me, it means panic. It means me trying to wonder how to stretch one income into two lives. There's no fallback plan, no safety net. And for us, a late payment isn't inconvenient, it's more of terrifying. Not forgetting the mental load that comes with it. I'm the marketing team, the strategist, the accountant, the customer service rep, and I'm also the mom, the nurse, the chef, the emotional GPS. No backup, no timeout button. You know, sometimes I feel like my brain it's on 47 open tabs and one of them is always flashing red. Not forgetting the guilt that comes with it. When I'm working, I feel guilty for not being with my daughter. When I'm with her, I feel guilty for not working. There's no winning side. It's like emotional whiplash. And don't get me started on the zero margin for error. If she gets sick, which she does, everything just collapses. It's like the whole world just falls upon my shoulders. Not talking of one client delay, one bad week, and it all unravels. Oh, not forgetting the isolation that comes with it. That's another beast. You think you have people around to support you or to hold your hand or, to be the shoulder to cry on. Until you're in the midst of that mess. That's the time you hear how loud isolation can be. That's when you experience what isolation is. I've been isolated so many times. I got used to it. To an extent where, while others are at a networking event or attending girl boss branches, I'm doing a pharmacy run with a podcast in one ear and a to-do list in my hand. All I can tell you is it's lonely. Let's talk about the breaking point. You know what's funny? I don't hate being a mom. I also don't hate being an entrepreneur. But I hate the system that makes doing both feel like a slow crawl uphill while everyone else is cheering from the summit. Some days I question everything, you know. I wonder if am I failing in business or just human? Am I chasing freedom or just running in circles with a fancy title? But naming it, that's the only thing that helped me fight it. Of course, I had to come up with a survival strategy. And it's not about motivational stuff. Nah. It was about me staying sane. And I hope it can help you stay sane. This was the rebuild. 1, I started redefining what success meant to me. Ruthlessly defining what success is or looks like to me. Forget that hustle culture. My success today is survival. You know, paying the bills, my child feeling safe and being safe. And sometimes on rough days, making through the day. That for me is success. We're different. I don't need a unicorn startup. I just need a business that funds my life and not drain it. 2, systemizing and simplifying everything. I stopped pretending I could do it all. So I automate, I batch, I use templates, and even at home, I lowered the bar. Good enough is the new perfect. Okay? My daughter, she helps order groceries online. To me, that counts as family bonding. 3, I learned, or I'm still trying to build a village, you know, or at least a WhatsApp group that actually feels like one. It's not easy, but well, you never know. Let's admit it. Support doesn't always show up how we expect it to show up. Sometimes it can be that one friend who listens and doesn't make you feel small, you know. Sometimes it's a stranger online who gets it. So I take whatever I can get. And I understand when these people come through for me, I don't have to go through it alone. 4, I protect time and energy like my life depends on it. Because to be honest, it does. I time block everything. I'll say no, even to close friends and family, especially if I feel like they're draining my energy. I'll also say no to clients who drain me. No to guilt invitations. No to last minute stuff. I don't do those things. And if I can outsource something, I do. I do it. Because to someone like me, even 2 hours of help is sanity money well spent. And lastly, something I really, really struggled with is giving myself grace. This took me years. I'm still battling with that. Sometimes it's just fries for dinner. Some weeks I miss deadlines. But I understand it's fine because it doesn't mean I'm lazy. It simply means that not every time, that sometimes I'm overloaded and that I'm doing the work of 3 people on a single body and 1 tired brain. Here's the truth. I've cried over life. Oh, I've broken down. I've envied women who had partners to share the load, you know, even if they're separated. You can maybe ask your partner to help with the children while you do something like that. I've wanted to quit everything and just move to a smaller town where nobody knows me, disappear. But then I remember my daughter is watching me and she's learning that even if life throws bricks, her mom builds with them. Maybe the goal isn't to have it all. Maybe it's to have enough peace, enough money, enough love to keep going. My worth isn't measured by revenue or views. It's measured by the love I give and the resilience I keep showing. I am a warrior, but even warriors need rest. So please, if you're in this trench with me, take a deep breath. Be kind to yourself today. You're doing an incredible job under impossible circumstances, and kudos to that. Well, if this hit home, check out the links below. My digital tools are made for people like us, building, surviving, rebuilding again. You'll find my chaos-proof monthly system and my money script workbook down there too. And don't forget, if you've ever learned anything, laughed, or simply felt seen here, consider buying a coffee. See you in my next video.